Taking your dog for a walk on a Saturday morning may well be commonplace for many of you. But what if I told you that you could also raise money for charity at the same time? Well, this weekend, as part of Emsworth St George's Day celebrations, there's a charity dog walk around Thorney Island that's raising money for Hounds for Heroes. Joining me now on the sofa is one of the organisers, Philippa McKernan, who can explain more. Thank you for joining us, Philippa.
Thank you for having me, Sian.
So what is happening on Saturday then?
It's really exciting. We've got a charity dog walk around Thorney Island. So we've got a range of local residents, businesses who are all getting involved, and they're coming along with their dogs, their family, and they're walking around the island and raising some money for Hounds for Heroes.
So when does it actually start?
It starts at, well, we've got a group of runners who are setting off at 10:15, so we're giving them a head start.
And then do the dogs chase after them?
Yeah, that's probably going to happen, but we'll catch them all at the end. So the runners start at 10:15, and then the walkers are starting at 10:30. So.
And how far is the whole route?
The whole route is about 8.5 miles, so it's quite a way. So the runners will probably be a little bit out of breath by the end of it. There's a shorter route that's about 2.5 as well. So luckily we've got some cakes and water as well. The Emsworth Cookery School is giving us some lovely tray bakes, and South Downs Water have donated some water to us, which is fantastic.
So is anyone welcome to go along and join in? Or?
Absolutely anyone, all ages. We've got tiny little people who are coming along and doing the shorter walk, and we're going right up to some of the veterans who we were meeting today at the St George's Day parade. So.
And what is Hounds for Heroes?
They're a local charity. They're based up in Petersfield, and they provide specially trained assistance dogs to our injured and disabled military service personnel. So they've been going since about 2010, and they train these Labradors and Golden Retrievers specifically for the veterans of multiple wars. They were set up by a very inspiring chap called Alan Parton, who was injured in the Gulf War, which is the same war that my dad was involved in, which is how it came about. So it's a fantastic charity. I think it's really worth supporting, and what a better time to do it than St George's Day itself.
So do the dogs, are they just guide dogs, or do the dogs do other things as well?
These dogs are incredible. They can put you in the recovery position. They can find medication in different rooms of the house. They can open drawers. They can open doors for people when they're out shopping. They can pick items up off of shelves.
That doesn't sound like a dog. That sounds like a small person.
I know. I've got two little Dachshunds at home, and I kept looking at them and saying, "Why don't you do this?" So, yes, they're really, really incredible, incredibly intelligent animals. So the things that they can do is just phenomenal.
I mean, you mentioned as well that some of the veterans, they're going to be there at the end, are they?
We hope some of them are going to come out and join us. We're certainly talking to some of them today, and of course we're going to have lots of the military personnel from Thorney Island themselves coming along. So. We'll have a good mix of currently serving personnel and the veterans as well.
You said you've got your little dogs. Will your dogs be doing the walk?
They will try to, but they've only got very little legs, so they're probably going to do the shorter walk. But there's plenty of people who are going to be doing the long one as well and go all the way around. So
do you know how many people have registered already? Do people have to register?
They don't have to register. No, they can just turn up on the day. We're anticipating between 150 to 200 people, which would be fantastic. And we've asked for a donation towards Hounds for Heroes, which all of the money will go directly to them, and we're really excited to see how much we can raise for them.
Yes, so in terms of raising the money, how do people raise the money? Is it by sponsorship or
just by sponsorship? Just come along and donate on the day. There is a Just Giving page, which is justgiving.com/Thorney Dog Walk, but we anticipate the majority of people are just going to donate on the day. So
yeah. I mean, the dogs. For the veterans, is it presumably a whole range of veterans that need the dogs, especially if they've got such incredible abilities where they've been trained to help and everything? Is it?
Yes.
Is there any specific type of veteran, the loss of limbs, or?
It mainly seems to be amputees and those with physical disabilities. At the moment, from talking to the Hounds for Heroes team, there's not enough research into how the psychological effects, so the post-traumatic stress disorder and things, how those impact on the relationship between the veteran and the dog. But it's certainly an area that they are investigating at the moment because, you know, as any dog lover will tell you, having a dog can be such an emotional bond, and it can help with the recovery process.
And especially as well, having somebody else to care for. So if you don't feel well enough to go and wash or eat yourself, actually if you're responsible for something,
yes,
that does also realise people, you have to get up, you've got to feed your dog, you need to take your dog for a walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those kind of things.
Absolutely, and I know for Alan, the founder of Hounds for Heroes, when he first first started with Endel, his first assistance dog, he wasn't communicating with his family and he was really struggling with his injuries, and this dog just completely changed his life. So the squadrons of puppies, as they're called, and the individual cadets can really have a huge impact on the lives of these veterans.
So it must be as well the people that train the puppies to help the people. That must be an incredible role.
Yes, the puppy parents. Yes, they've got a really incredible support team, and some of them will be coming along on Saturday as well. So the people who are taking part in the walk can meet the Hounds for Heroes team and the puppy parents, and they do an incredibly difficult job to look after a dog for a year and then have to
give it over.
Yes.
Wow. And if you could just tell us again, so it's Thorney Island on Saturday, but what time do people need to be where?
They need to be with us at about 10:30 and walk out to St Nicholas Church to meet the Hounds for Heroes team, who'll be there from 11 o'clock. So that's where we'll all be, and that's where the cakes and the water will be as well.
Thank you very much, Philippa.
Thank you.